Good morning, my puppies. Good morning. Where's the other puppy? There is the other puppy. Good morning. Good morning. My kitchen looks like a florist at the moment, and I feel so spoiled. Honestly, flowers, when they're on almost like every surface, it makes me so happy. I was still receiving flowers yesterday, and it is now Sunday, so I feel very lucky. I've got all my cards out. But there's one thing I've realized, okay? I love birthdays. I absolutely love birthdays, and I honestly don't care that I'm getting older. None of that stuff bothers me. It bothers me zilch. In fact, I feel so lucky to be able to get older and just experience life in this way. I get so excited. I'm like an actual child. Oh, look at these flowers, these beautiful blooms. I've got some from NARS, Saint-Tropez, some of my friends. Honestly, I feel, oh, makes me so happy. Obviously, it's time for what I got for my birthday, like all the other bits and bobs, which I was so spoiled this birthday. I feel spoiled in like the loveliest way, like just being able to spend it with my friends and obviously then receive things like this. I feel the amount of gratitude, like it actually makes my heart ache, but I need to get ready for the day first and foremost and spruce up because we had the loveliest day in the garden yesterday and I've got so much to bring you up to speed on. The house smells incredible, by the way. There are candles burning, there's flowers on every surface, there's plants in pots. It just, oh, can you tell I'm in a good mood? I'm in a fantastic mood. Ali is golfing today, and so I've got the house to myself. However, I don't really know what I'm gonna do yet. I might go and see my grandma. I feel like the world is my oyster. I do need to do my beauty treatments, and my goodness, have I been so excited to tell you about this. You would have heard me mention it in a video probably about four weeks ago, and I have been so excited, A, for the results, and B, to tell you about this because, oh my gosh, when I heard about the Kenzie IPL device, I was like, first and foremost, hair removal, tick when you're a hairy girl like me, but now they have different like head adapters, and this one is focused on skin rejuvenation. And when obviously I spoke to you in a video not long ago about the texture on my skin, but also like any age spots, I'm getting older and these things are things that I have to consider. The fact that it was 2 devices in one, oh my gosh, just piqued my interest so much. And I was literally like, Carrie, has it arrived yet? Has it arrived yet? Has it arrived yet? First and foremost, the Kenzzi is an IPL device, so that's different to laser. I've had laser treatments in the past. You'll know I am a very hairy girl, and growing up, I've really struggled with hair growth. I grew up in the 90s, I was born in the 80s, grew up in the 90s, and I feel like the conversations around hair growth were very different to what they are today. I'm very jealous of girls that grow up nowadays, because I think we talk about things a lot more. You know, me finding out that actually other girls had hairy toes was a revelation for me, because I thought just the fact that my 2 parents were hairy meant that I was an enigma. I suffer a lot of pain when it comes to hair growth, whether that's rashes, whether it's actually the hair coming through the skin, ingrowing hairs, hairs getting caught in fabrics. Growing up, oh my gosh, the hair getting caught in my tights was a nightmare. I still have hair that I need to maintain, but it's just a lot better. And I think that that's sort of like, it's put me in a place where I can now take back the sort of control of how I'm tackling my hair growth. But in all honesty, I feel like the IPL for hair is just a bit of a bonus for me. This is the Kenzzi IPL multifunction handset. It retails for about $289, and in pounds that's about £232. I have a discount code which is 20% off. It's Lydia20, and you can use it via the link in my description box, or you can just visit the Kenzzi website, which is kenzzi.com. That brings the price down to about £185, just over £185, which is, when you think about it, a huge amount of saving for the amount of treatments that you're getting in this, because obviously it focuses on not just hair removal, which I feel like Kenzzi is best known for, but the age spot reduction and skin rejuvenation for me is the real, it's the one that cinched the deal for me. And then obviously the acne reduction as well. What the Kenzzi IPL multifunction handset comes with is the original Kenzzi device for safely removing hair, but then it also comes with these 2 adapters. This yellow one here is for tackling age spots and skin rejuvenation, which is the main reason why I really wanted to get my hands on this hand set. But it also comes with the acne attachment as well to help with the maintenance and treatment of acne safely and pain-free and conveniently. Now, the focus for me at the moment really is aging and fine lines, age spots, collagen production. So I'm going to pop on the attachment that is for age spots and skin rejuvenation. It's so easy, I can do it one-handed. Just like that. Now you use it sort of from this area down, which is perfect for me. I'm sure you can probably do your forehead as well, but you just want to keep it away from your eye area. I've been using this for 4 weeks now, and the reason why I wanted to start using this device was because I was obviously trying to tackle this particular age spot here. I know we spoke about it in a previous video. I bought a cream, and the thing with the cream that I was having the issue with is that it actually gets worse. Long before it gets better, it gets worse. And I wanted something that wasn't going to do that. This device is said to see results in as little as 2 to 3 treatments. And I can confirm that even now, this is so heavily reduced, I actually can barely see it. Covering it is so much easier. The whole process of the treatment is so much easier. I keep this plugged in underneath my dressing table once a week, click, 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 wherever I need to do it. And that's my treatment done. Someone at the door. Oh, flowers are being delivered on a Sunday. Oh my gosh, what a treat. I've not even opened the box yet. Sorry, that interrupted me there. But basically it focuses on like age, the signs of aging and the reduction of that. Age spots, which is obviously what I'm focusing on. But it also promotes collagen growth and skin like color and texture. It is so easy to use, and I think that that's the thing that I love about this. So you turn it on like this, you turn it on using the button on the back, and you'll hear the fan fire up, and you'll see here, with regards to the intensity, that sort of middle area is where I mainly focus, and you simply place it on the skin of the area. It also focuses on hyperpigmentation, which I get such bad hyperpigmentation over my top lip, which is such a huge focus for me as well as I'm getting older. It was my 35th birthday the other day, so I am getting older, and as much as I love the fact that I'm getting older, I want to do so in the best way possible. But it obviously just changes super easily from the IPL age and rejuvenation device to the IPL hair removal device. I will always have to maintain hair growth on me, and especially one of the areas that I have to treat the most often is my underarms. I really, as someone that used to have grey underarms, oh my gosh, well, I'll just show you. These are my underarms now. Like, these used to be grey, like actually grey. If I can find a picture, I will show you. And keeping these so that they're smooth, there's no like ingrowing hairs or anything like that. There's no discomfort, there's no razor burn, is the dream for me. Again, I find it so simple. You simply remove the head for the age and rejuvenation. You turn it on in the same way that you do before. And the most important thing to note is it is comfortable. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't sting. It doesn't burn. You can go over it a few times. You can do it sort of 3 times for a full treatment. Convenient. I don't have to take an entire day out of my life in order to do this. Again, super easy. And that took all of about 3 minutes, and that is 2 beauty treatments done. For me, absolutely game-changing, and not to mention so much more cost-effective, because for me the cost to have everywhere that I need to have lasered is astronomical, not to mention the time that it takes out of my day, the discomfort that I experience with laser over IPL, and the ability to multitask. So if there's a book I want to listen to, I can pop it on and I can do this. My mind is not preoccupied so much that I can't focus on the book. Or if I've got like 10 minutes between cooking dinner and serving dinner, I can run upstairs and do my treatment then. It isn't something that really impacts my day anymore, and it's all working towards beautiful skin and improving my productivity, because I just simply don't have the time to be devoting to all of the beauty treatments that I want to have done. It's more cost effective, it is more time effective. I can just jump upstairs and do my treatment as and when I need to. If I'm cooking dinner, there's time between cooking dinner and serving dinner. I've got 10 minutes, I can do my legs, I can do my underarms, I can do my facial treatment. And it also comes with another head. This is the acne head. So if you suffer with acne, and I have a little hormonal breakout, so I'm just going to use this on this particular area and treat this. Such a great on the spot treatment, and it's just another use for the device. So that is basically 3 beauty treatments in one that's taken me a matter of minutes, and it's so much more affordable. I actually can't put it into words. The device that I've got is the Kenzie IPL multi-function handset, which retails for $289, which is about £232, and I have a discount code which is Lydia20, so it'll get you 20% off. So it's a saving of almost £50. It's about £46 something, making it about $185. I'm obviously estimating this because of obviously like currency changes and things like that, but it's a huge saving, and it's a huge saving on time, it's a huge saving on pain, it's a huge saving on, like, it's a saving on time in terms of your beauty treatments, and it's also a saving on time in terms of your day-to-day beauty treatments as well. You'll see when I do my makeup how much this has reduced as well, and how much I'm seeing the results on it, but also just the overall appearance of my skin. Kenzzi also offer part payments, so if you want to split the cost of the payments, you can do that. There is also a 90-day money-back guarantee, which I think is a huge thing to point out. It's not, I don't want it to sound too infomercially, but for me that's really important, because we're all different, our hair growth is different, our skin is different, and I want you to be able to use these things and try them and then work for you, because my endorsement of these things really matters. So you've got the time, you can buy it, you can make the saving now, and if it doesn't work for you, you can return it within 90 days, which I think is a huge, huge plus. My discount code is Lydia20. My link is in the description box down below. Otherwise, you can just go to the Kenzzi website, which is kenzzi.com. I would love to know if you've experienced Kenzzi before, and if you do go on and purchase, I would love to hear about your results as well. So do let me know in the comments down below as well. I also thought it was important to note that you do keep it plugged in. You turn it on by this little button here, and then you adjust the settings for as much as you want via that button at the back as well. Hold down, and you can also hold down the button on the top for the continuous pulse as well. But anyway, my link is down below. And that is me done. It literally takes seconds. There I was talking about my skin and beautiful skin and all of the things, and I do it in videos, I tell you about these things, and then I'm like, and I'm gonna get myself ready for the day, and I'm gonna put loads of makeup on my face and hide the skin that I work so hard on. And this is definitely something that I am trying to get better at, because I know that I have said some things about the way that I look and bits and pieces like that, and I want to get to the point where when I'm like this, obviously I've got mascara and lip balm on, and I've popped some of the Beauty Pie illuminator underneath my eyes, but I want to get to a point where when I see myself in the viewfinder and I haven't got foundation on, I want to not hate what I see. And I appreciate that that is not something that is going to come from a device or a cream or anything like that. That's very much an inside job with me. I have to spend more time like this, and I actually have been doing so. I've been spending a lot, I don't know if you've noticed, but I've been spending a lot of time not wearing foundation, and I think it's working. I think obviously I've got all of the products that I use, and I'm using devices and all of the things like that, but when you make something perfect and then you take away the perfectness, all you see is the imperfect. And it's all about getting comfortable with it. So I really want to be able to, especially as like a positive example, I want to spend more time like this. And I think I should. And I think that I should get comfortable with looking up in the viewfinder and seeing myself imperfectly and liking it. And I don't know whether this is gardening that is helping me with this, and just because I literally just sat on my desk and I was like, well, I certainly don't have enough time to go to my grandma's today, but I could go out in the garden, and if I'm going to go out in the garden, there's no point in me doing a full face of makeup. And then I was just like, I can put on nice clothes and feel lovely without covering up my entire face. So I've popped on my Elizabeth Arden ceramide cream, obviously because that's got my SPF in it, and I've popped on some mascara, some lip balm, a little bit of face mist, and I feel Mr. Millen Gordon frisbeeing things into the shelves, but I feel good. I do feel good, and I think that this is something that I'm very much working on myself, because I just want to like what I see, and I think that that's a good thing. And maybe we should like do this together. I feel like this is something that we should do together. We should all get, I mean, I'm sure there's some of you that are like, Lydia, I don't wear any makeup. And that's kind of where I want to do. I want to be able to like go to the pub like this and feel completely comfortable. And I appreciate this is going to be a bit of a work in progress. But anyway, I'm up now, dressed, in my usual uniform, although I've given it a bit of a switch up. So I'm wearing the sort of, it's more of like a sagey green gingham from Beaufort and Blake, and then I've got my Holland Cooper gilet. I basically live like this at the moment, and I do want to say, I appreciate that there is a lot of me at home at the moment. I am about to get exceptionally busy, and so I am really taking this time to just chill and breathe, because I know that the fear of not looking busy can very easily infiltrate your mind, and I very much operate on an all or nothing kind of thing. It's very much like, whoa, and I know what's coming, so I need to embrace this time now. So I'm living in my shirts, I'm living in my gilets, I'm living in my leggings, I'm living makeup free, because I'm going to wish that I did more of it very, very soon. And that's how I'm spending my Sunday, pretty much. Mr. Millen Gordon is back from golf, and you had a good golf session?
Best ever.
Best ever golf session?
Best ever score.
Wow, so all of these conversations and talking and watching of golf is actually paying off?
Yeah, it definitely has helped watching.
I don't think I told you. Maybe I did tell you, I don't know. But there was at one point last weekend where we had, what was it called?
The Masters.
The Masters on the TV, which goes on for how many hours?
4 days.
4 days, and how many hours in a day was that TV show on?
And obviously there's 100 players that start.
100 players.
Players make it to the cup.
Yeah.
Which are the ones that get paid.
Yeah.
And then...
And how long is it on TV?
Oh, it's on TV all day.
So it's on TV all day, and at one point it was on TV and Ali was watching something else golf related on his phone.
Highlights of the same competition.
The highlights of the same competition that we had on the TV. It blows my mind. It is an obsession. And then yesterday we had Ali's dad and stepmom over for pizzas in the pizza oven, and we spent a good portion of the evening talking about golf as well, because Ali just got back from playing golf with his dad. But I was so proud because Ali made the dough from scratch that we ate of the pizzas last night. And I still can't believe how good it was. He's Mr. like modest.
I think the hardest part was milling the wheat.
Yes, so Ali, you didn't mill the wheat. No, I mean like you made it from scratch.
From the ingredients.
From ingredients. But honestly, that like I loved it. It was incredible, absolutely incredible. And so good that now we don't have to order doughs. If we want to have pizzas, we can just make pizzas. And I did say last night, I think that that means that there will be no more takeaway pizzas in this house. Ali thinks that that's a tall statement to make, but I appreciate, yes, because we've got to fire up sometimes we order takeaway. Anyway, my flowers arrived, and I don't know who they're from, so I'm going to open them. I can't believe I'm still getting flowers.
Dried out.
Oh yeah, it is a dry one, okay. So this is from the Hairburst team, and they have sent me a dried wreath that's got mimosa, it's got rosemary, preserved roses, lavender. It smells incredible. Oh my gosh, it says, happy birthday Lydia, we wanted to send you something special for your birthday. We hope you love it. Have a wonderful day. Lots of love, Laura and the Hairburst team. Well, it's actually probably a good job that this came in wreath form because I'm running out of vases. So that is absolutely gorgeous. We can put that on the front door.
Nice idea.
Oh my gosh, so lovely. Thank you so much. I've still got to show you all what I got for my birthday whilst Ali bangs and crashes next to me in the kitchen like he always does.
I was here first, you came in and started
You're eating. My tulips are opening. These are from the Hairburst. These are from the Saint-Tropez team, and they were so big that they didn't fit in the vase that they came with. So I've got a little posy vase. These are some pink ranunculus that are coming out as well. Then these, I think, were from Jacqueline. Lumi's holding the fort. Some from Alex, and then there was another bunch of flowers from Karen Millen. So it's so good that obviously I don't have another bunch and that I've got a wreath, because it means that my vases are safe, and I actually don't think we can put flowers anywhere else. But I can now prop you up there on my bunch of mascara and go through the items that I got for my birthday. So the first one to arrive was this book from my mum. My mum was like, I don't know what to get you for your birthday. And I was like, well, I just really like old books that are about gardening or flowers. And this one is How to Know the Wildflowers by Mrs. Williams Starr Danner and illustrated by Marion Satterlee. Because the thing that I find about these old books is they just have the most beautiful illustrations as well. And this is a 7th edition, so not like the oldest, but I just love them. I just love how they look, and I actually learn so much from reading them. This one I love because it's organised via like colour as well. So anyway, this was literally like £12. I found it. I was like, Mum, this is all I want for my birthday. So that's what my mum got me. Obviously, you saw the big surprise in my last video, which was the chicken coop that has been ordered and deposit paid for. So we're gonna have to wait a few, just to like manage expectations. We're going to wait a few weeks for the coop to be made, and in that time we're going to do a lot of research about the best way to do things. So in the meantime, research will be done in the weeks that it takes for our coop to arrive. We're also going to locate the right place for the chickens to live, and Ali has actually made sure that the people that will be building the coop will come to the house and secure it, because we don't get a lot of foxes around here. I've probably seen 3 foxes in 3 or 4 foxes since I've lived here, so it's not huge amounts. Then you will see that there's a little Hermes box. This was from Carrie and her boyfriend, and this was a scarf that I was literally trying to get my hands on myself, and it was so hard to find. So this is the Fleur et Plume silk scarf from Hermes. I think it's a vintage scarf. It comes in a multitude of colours, but I loved this because it obviously has little wildflowers on it and feathers and eggs. I feel like it's perfect for a birthday present because my birthday is just after Easter and sometimes falls on Easter. So yes, my penchant for scarves is growing, and I think it's going to be quite the collection. But these are such a lovely little touch to add to an outfit if you're wanting to add a little bit of Hermes, but maybe want to save a little bit of money and not spend huge amounts. Then we got a garden centre voucher. This is for Ali and I from his mum for Burford. So we always use these, they're so handy. So that was really lovely as well. Then I got some money from Ali's nan and gramps, who are just too much. They shouldn't have given me money because, yeah. And then this is the cheque from my mum to pay for my book. Obviously the clues from Ali. And I got a pomegranate candle from Ali's dad and stepmom, so that will be lovely. It's kind of like very similar to like pomegranate noir. That, I love candles, absolutely love candles. This was from Porty. So this is by an artist called Jeffrey something or other. I'll pop a link in the description box down below, but basically he works with coppice ash. I believe he struggles quite a lot to produce his things nowadays because there's this thing called ash dieback, which we're lucky that we haven't been affected by, but yeah, it does affect a lot of the ash trees. And he basically makes these sustainable brushes, and this is his potting shed brush that I saw, and honestly, I couldn't resist this, so I put it on my birthday list, and Porty was very good to get me this because I don't actually have a dustpan and brush for my my greenhouse, so I desperately needed this. My friend Alex obviously got me some flowers. She also got me these cupcakes, which Mr. Millen Gordon has already been devouring, but I just loved the addition of the carrot cakes for me, who loves growing vegetables. So those are from Alex, and she also got me some limoncello, because whenever I throw parties, I like to provide the goods when it comes to shots. Harry obviously made my birthday cake. This was from Fee, and this is some seeds, lots of wildflower seeds for us to sow around the garden. So we've got the birds and the bees mix, the honeybee mix, the kind of colourful annuals mix, and the butterfly mix. Then also some seed balls, which are native wildflower seed balls, which are handmade in Dorset. And then a few little snacks. These are Deliciously Ella peanut butter caramel cups, double chocolate caramel cups, and salted caramel cups, which sound blooming delicious, and I'm so hungry. Then my friend Alex, my other friend Alex, got me these, which are so beautiful. These are from Etsy, and these are hand-painted candlesticks. Now, I think we all know that these are never going to get used, ever. These are too beautiful. They're in a beautiful sage green. They've got snowdrops and tulips, and they're absolutely beautiful. So I'm gonna have to put them probably somewhere in my dressing room and never, ever, ever use them. I might just burn the thingies, because I like it when candles are a bit burnt. And then what I bought myself, which I showed you already in my previous video, I got myself the cabbage vase from Fiona Fines, and then I also got my well, it's a big ginger jar, to be honest. I got this lovely green ginger jar, which is hopefully gonna go in one of the windows. Barkley, you are so silly. Oh, we've got a mad minute. This is the remnants of my birthday cake, which is beautiful. And then these are some bits that I ordered online from Jess Wheeler. These are some reliefs of leaves. Basically, she's this amazing artist, and she works a lot with brass, and it's quite expensive, but she does also work with plaster. And so this is a relief of an oak leaf, a mulberry leaf, and a chestnut leaf. And Ali mounted these above the cooker because we felt like the colour of the plaster looked so lovely against the sage green. Just a little leaf touch up there, which I really, really like. Goodness me, how my birthday hauls have changed, because it used to be like all of the designer labels, and now just one designer label, which is the vintage Hermes scarf. Now it's basically animal related, old, seeds, or made from natural materials. My life is so different to how it used to be, and it's kind of overwhelming in terms of like what I value and things like that. Like, obviously I know I talk about this a lot, but I enjoy shopping, I like going shopping, it's nice, I enjoy nice things, but there are just so many of those little joys in life that are something different. But Mr. Millen Gordon is now getting ready because he's going out for his friend's birthday. So I can show you some updates from my kitchen garden as well, because things are looking really, really lovely out there. My goodness. We have our first fully sown bed. All of the seeds and seedlings are in here. So we have our first sowing of spinach, which is really coming into its own. You should be able to harvest that very, very soon. Then I've popped out some little seedlings of lettuce and covered them with cloches just to protect them. I'm really trying to keep things in nice, neat rows. I find it very, very pleasing to the eye. You're going to have to ignore the crows. It is the time of year where they are looking after their babies, and they're very, very noisy. Then I have my first sowing of parsnips, which are just actually coming through now. If you remember, I sprouted these seeds on my windowsill and then planted each individual seed, which is a different way for me to do these things, but I thought I'd try it out. Then another sowing of Dalesford carrots, so that will be the first sow in this bed. second sowing of parsnips. So we've obviously got some little shoots coming up here. Second sow, and I haven't germinated these seeds, so they've just gone in dry. Then we have more lettuce. So these are seedlings that I grew in my greenhouse. I've covered these with cloches just to get them a bit more established. And then the second sow of spinach. So it should be quite symmetrical, where we've got parsnips and carrots running down the middle, and then lettuces and spinach running down either side. It looks very, very lovely. The sweet peas are in over here, still doing really well actually. Those twigs have helped them massively to strengthen up. I didn't really harden them off, to be honest, but they seem to be doing really, really well. I'll probably focus on getting some more carrots in this section here, doing maybe 2 rows of carrots, just to do a second and third sowing. I want to get like 2 or 3 sowings in here, do them so that they're nicely succession sowed, so that I don't end up with a huge glut. And then we go into the greenhouse, kind of like Lloyd Grossman, but oh my gosh, these are about to bloom. Oh my goodness me. There's actually been a lot happening in here. It smells incredible in here at the moment. So I bought myself a chamomile plant as well. I just thought that would be so lovely to make my own chamomile tea. The lemon verbena is doing well. My mimosa, which is just fascinating. Just fascinating. Over here I've got another oxalis. I wanted to have more because whenever we have kids over, they just love it. So I thought that that would be nice. And then I did my second lemon verbena in here. I also have changed things up in terms of staging. So we've got a tree that was felled in our woodland, and Ali had chopped it up into little chunks, and I now have some beautiful natural staging tables for me to put things like this. So these little seed trays and bits and pieces like that. So I haven't quite decided on... This is killing me. This keeps happening. There is something in here that is eating my seedlings. It happened the other day. This is wild. It's doing my cosmos, and these are my double Dutch cosmos. I can't believe this is happening. There is something that's like in my greenhouse that's doing this, because I've not left the windows open. I think maybe I've got a mouse or something in here. I'm going to check the ones up top. This is so bizarre. And it doesn't do everything. It just does like a few things. This is so strange, because look, I've got these first little cosmos seeds coming up, doing so well, and this has been burying in there. And then these are my crown prince. These are so special to me, and I don't want these to be ruined. Right, let me check the ones up top. Okay, these are all appearing to be fine at the moment. So perhaps having things up here that they seem to be going for, which these ones are. Goodness me, I'm gonna have to buy another packet of double Dutch, because I'm so worried that these aren't gonna come through. Oh, heartbreaking. Absolutely heartbreaking. It's honestly like it knows my most valuable seeds as well. I mean, I have to be honest, all my seeds are really, really valuable to me. But I honestly, I only had a few Crown Prince seeds, and I only had 1 packet of double Dutch seeds, and it's gone straight for those. It's not gone for these these peas. It's not gone for my chamomile. Try and sort this situation out. The dogs are going mad. I've also got more staging here. And I'm probably going to introduce some more down the back here, but it looks so lovely. Well, I decided to come outside and have a coffee instead, to calm myself down. I don't know what is going on in my greenhouse. I think that some kind of mouse or something must be living in there at the moment, and it's driving me insane. But Ali has said that we're going to set up a camera in there so that we can look and see what's going on, because it's making me very upset. But obviously I've not been able to go over to my grandma's today. Basically what I wanted to do, you'll kind of remember that I get, well, it happens quite a lot, but I get quite emotional that I don't really get to, I don't have one of my, I don't have a suit that my nonna could make for me, and obviously he's no longer with us, and so I get quite upset about it. And I was thinking about it the other day. There are so many things that I want to learn that I almost find it overwhelming. Like, I really want to learn calligraphy, like properly. I want to practice, I want to learn it properly. I want to obviously learn bread making, but like sourdough bread making. I want to learn embroidery, because my grandma is an exceptionally talented embroiderer, and when I was growing up I had literally everything embroidered. I had embroidered pillowcases, I had embroidered toiletries bags, I had literally everything, even shoe inserts. She used to make everything, and I realised she can still teach me. And that was why I wanted to go over there today, but I've been so delayed this morning that I've not managed to get over there. But what I might do is I might go over and see my next door neighbour, because I promised her that I would take my other cosmos seeds, my normal purity cosmos, because she wants to do some cosmos seeds. And I also had some other seedlings for her as well that I was going to take over. And I've also got some cake, because there is a lot of cake in our house at the moment. And whilst I have devoured the majority of my birthday cake, I have to be honest, I'm at a point where I'm like, I feel like I need to have a bit of a shake up. I'm feeling a little bit sluggish at the moment. I think I started the year really well in terms of like exercise and health, but I think because of how many birthdays there are in April, there's a lot of celebrating, there's a lot of jelly and ice cream, and there's a lot of cake, and I'm just not feeling great. So today I'm turning over a new leaf. I'm drinking lots of water, getting lots of coffee always makes me feel quite zingy and motivated. So I'm having some coffee, and I'm gonna make sure that I'm consuming good stuff. Like, we made a few really good changes. Oh my goodness me, Lumi, that's my coffee. It's just jumped up and my coffee's on the side. Yes, we made a few good changes at the beginning of the year, and cutting out lots of the stuff filled with like additives and stuff like that. But when it comes to jelly and ice cream and cake, that is a different story. So I mean, jelly and ice cream, by the way, when I say jelly and ice cream, I mean wine. That's like the adult version of jelly and ice cream. If you have too much jelly and ice cream, it's not good for you. And Lumi, you are on my wonderful wreath from Hairburst. Absolutely wonderful. But it's not your bed. Look at her. She's like, I'm the gift. I am the gift. No, Lumi! Lumi, come on. I guarantee if she could, she would curl up and sit in that wreath. She wants to. I can tell by the way that she's twizzling round in it. If you sit, oh my God, you are too much. You are too much. It's just a little bit too small for it to be cut. Lumi. Oh my gosh, she really wants to curl up in it. There you go. That's a bit more comfortable. Oh, you look so beautiful. Where is my phone? I need to take a picture. Where is my phone? Thankfully, I managed to get the picture before she got out, but she's still obsessed with it. You're obsessed, Lumi. Obsessed. So when I take my seeds over, I'm going to check with my neighbour now, but I'm going to take her over some cake as well, because cake should obviously be shared, and this is so delicious. Oh my goodness. But look how much I've eaten of it. Way too much. I need to chill now. Otherwise, there's that fine line between healthy and unhealthy. Balance is healthy. Eating cake for breakfast, lunch and dinner, not healthy. Oh my gosh, I actually can't believe what I've just listened to. There's just someone's very lovely private plane going over. I've just been going through Jacqueline's stories. If you don't know who Jacqueline is, she's my life coach. And honestly, like, she just always helps me like with so many things. And, oh, Barkley getting up on the sofa. And she's away at the moment, and one of the things I've noticed is that she's not wearing makeup. Like whenever I've spoken to her, whenever she's doing her story, she's not wearing makeup. And she's just done these stories, and I feel like I should share them with you.
One more thing that I want to talk about, and then I promise I'll stop ranting into Instagram. But how do you guys feel currently about filters? Now, if you've been following me for a while, I decided about a month ago that all my filters were coming off, and I just, centipede, I just wasn't going to do it anymore, right? Because these filters are so damaging. They're damaging for ourselves, because we look at ourselves and go, oh, but I look like that with a filter on, and then I don't look good enough. And they're damaging when we look at other people with filters on too. So I would love to hear your views and opinions on that. I have currently gone to the complete other extreme right now, because I'm in America and I've gone completely and utterly natural, as you can see, and I'm actually quite enjoying it right now. That might change, that'll be okay, but I will not be using filters. So what is your opinion and your view on that, guys? I would really love to know, because I think I might start talking about this and maybe do a live on it soon. Let me know.
She literally just posted that 44 minutes ago. You can see here, it says 45 minutes now, but you can see. So but yeah, I think that that's such an interesting topic, because it's almost like foundation essentially is a bit of a filter. And I'm by no means saying that I'm never going to wear foundation again. Of course I'm not, but I want to just feel more comfortable with not wearing any. I want to get back to being just like okay with looking at myself. And I think that when you guys look at me, I want you guys to be comfortable with seeing me like this, because I don't want it to be like a bit of a shock. And so yeah, it's definitely something that I'm exploring a lot more. There was a time when I really couldn't go without foundation, because if you don't know, I had much little hairs that came through on my chin, and I would actually sometimes get, like, you could see it. Now obviously, since that I don't have that anymore and I maintain it, it's like not so bad. But yeah, well, it's not there at all. But yeah, it's the better that I've got with my skin, with looking after it. Those blooming crows. I can't wait to hear what you guys think about this, because I don't use filters on any of like my content. Despite what the naysayers say, I don't. And that's because I was uncomfortable with seeing people without filters. And then I used to think, oh my god, I look really nice today. And then if I like slipped and put a filter on, I would be like, oh my gosh, I look awful today. Because all of a sudden I would have seen a different look on. I was like, oh my god, I need to change everything. And it's, yeah. So I knew that I needed to get comfortable with not seeing myself with filters on my skin or on my face. And now I think that a part of that is obviously the foundation side of things as well. But yeah, just my Sunday thoughts. I'll link Jacqueline's Instagram in the description box down below, by the way, because that woman changed my life and continues to change my life. Even when I like fall off the wagon and I start having weird thoughts again, she's there to help me out. It's so funny, I always say to her, I'm like, oh, just when I think that I've like graduated from your school, I need to learn another lesson. And yeah, so she's a funny one, but genuinely, like, she's changed my life and she's so good for me, and she's so like to the point. One of the things that I've learned about myself recently is that I really struggle with like grey areas. So if I feel like somebody's not being like honest and truthful with me, I often like struggle with that. And she's never like that with me at all. She's always very, very to the point. She doesn't skirt around the issues and just always makes sure that I know where I like what we're working on and where I stand, etc. It's very, very, she's amazing, absolutely amazing. I did a video with her must be like a year and a half, 2 years ago now. I'll link it in the description box because she's just amazing. Right, time to get the seeds out for my neighbour. Oh, hello there. Hello, you two were just sleeping on the sofa. Why are you following me? But I just received the loveliest text message from someone I spent time with over the weekend, who has some beautiful raised beds in their back garden, and they just hadn't been feeling like themselves. And I you know when you don't want to push someone into something, but all I wanted to do was like, I promise you, if you get out there and you get your hands in the mud, make it really lovely for yourself, you'll feel so much better about doing it and just getting like out in the garden. But I totally understand it when like your thoughts and your brain just overwhelm you. The last thing you want to do is something that maybe feels a bit self-indulgent, like getting in the garden. But she did it today. She sent me a message showing me her tulips, and I gave her some sweet peas, and I think it was maybe like the push that she needed to get out there and get potting again. And I've just looked at all of my mentions today, and all of you guys are mentioning me in your garden stories and in your flowers and your greenhouses, and I'm like, oh, I love that we get to do this together. I love that we get to grow together and evolve together in this way. It just, oh, so much. All right, I'll let you out. Look at you two. Look at you. Go on then. Out you go. Go on. Go on, off you go. Off you go. Good boys. Good boys. Off you go. Now, it's always quite difficult for me to show you anything at my boot area, but I have so many seeds, it's ridiculous. So I have this basket, and I also now am using this Dalesford biscuit tin, which is quite possibly the most beautiful biscuit tin I think I've ever seen. So gorgeous. Now I just have to hunt out where I stored the thousands of Cosmos seeds. So there's Cosmos Purity, but these are Sarah Raven ones. I am down here, by the way. Here we go. Cosmos Sensation Purity. Oh, are they different? Delicate pure white flowers on feathery foliage, a must for the back of borders. So we have quite a few, so I'm going to take her 4 packets, keep 3 packets for me, and off we pop. Well, would you look at that? I found those elusive Crown Prince seeds that I knew I'd bought but didn't know where I'd put them. And on the day that obviously something has attacked my seeds, I'm going to germinate these instantly just in case, because I don't know what's going on in there at the moment. But this is my loot for my neighbour, so I'm going to head over to hers now. Out of the garden clogs and into the wellies, because the garden clogs don't leave the house. They are just for running into the garden. My house smells like a florist, but that was so lovely. I just popped over for a cup of tea. Unfortunately, I couldn't palm any cake off on her. She's probably like me. But yes, we had a lovely slice of cake, and I also met her daughter, which was really nice to meet her, because I've heard so much about her. Just lovely. But the one thing that I have to be really honest with myself is that you'll know that I'm working on something at the moment, and it's probably one of the reasons why on a Sunday I get quite what's the word? I get a little bit sort of frantic, because I realise how much I've got to do and how much is going on at the moment. And I never want to make it sound like I'm like, oh, I'm so busy. I hate that, but I'm just being honest that like there's a lot occupying my mind at the moment. So I think what I'm going to do is get my laptop out so I can get ahead on the week, and then I'm going to make myself some dinner. I've got another recipe to work on, because you would have seen I made the pea risotto for Ali last week, and I feel like a pea risotto is generally quite what's the word? Oh, you can smell the doggos on me. You can smell Jesse on me. Yes, you can. You can look at it. He is the most. Look at him. You can smell the doggos. You can smell the doggos. Yes. My baby boy. You just licked my eyebrow. Yeah, so I'm working on the pea risotto at the moment, and I feel like the pea risotto it's one of those dishes, and I love risotto if you hadn't realised, but it's one of those dishes that is so easy to make once you know how, and with veg, it's so delicious. Oh my goodness. And obviously you can make it with your own peas from your garden. I'm making mine with my own pea shoots, and it is just so delicious. The pea shoots as well are just unreal. Like so delicious. So I'm gonna make that. I don't know what time Ali is gonna be home this evening, and so I'll just probably save him a dish so that he can heat it up. But I'm gonna get my laptop, I'm gonna get cracking on some work, and hopefully it will help calm the worries. Not worries, it's not like I'm worried about anything, but I just know that life could very easily get away from me with everything that's happening over the next few months. And I hate being what's the word, ambiguous like this. I really, really, really hate it, but it's just part and parcel of the job, unfortunately. I feel like ambiguity is just something that has to happen in this job now. You have to try and keep things back, but at the same time it's like, oh. But anyway, I'm brain farting and I'm whatever. So laptop time, sit with the dogs, probably play some relaxing music so I can kind of calm my mind a little bit on it. God. Oh, goodness me. Yes, puppies, you can join me. Yes, you can join me, sausage dogs. I'm going to curl up under a blanket. I've got about 34% battery on my laptop, so it'll give me a good stretch of just brain dumping. And then I can plug it in. Probably make some dinner for us all. And, you're going to distract me, aren't you? You're going to distract me. Come on, you're going to waste my battery by trying to take all of my attention. So if you curl up comfortably, there you go. Also, I'll probably get lots of questions about my laptop cover, because I always do. It's just from Amazon, but it makes it look like a book. Much less technological. Anyway, pardon me sitting here on my laptop, but I've got work to do. Oh my goodness, I've completed 1/5 of what I'm doing this evening, but I need to have some dinner, I need to feed the dogs, and it gives me the perfect opportunity to work on a recipe that I've been enjoying sort of working on, I guess. Basically, you know, I grew my pea shoots, and I was talking about it earlier, but pea shoot risotto, my favourite. So I'm going to quickly give myself a break, the laptop is on charge, and do some dinner. Got some lovely bread. Yeah, perfect. Okay, let's do this. Well, the risotto is cooking. The surfaces are all wiped down, so I am going to grab my pea shoots. And there we have our little crop, and all of these leaves are packed with the most amount of goodness because they're so young. So all of the energy, all of the sunlight, all of the nutrients from the soil is going into these, and then it's going into me. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is garden pea risotto with fresh pea shoots. And that is perfected. I've actually given myself extra pea shoots because they taste so good. Sourdough for a little bit more, you know, but that recipe is perfected. Oh my gosh, it's so good, and I'm so hungry. Oh, love it. I'm as bedraggled as I feel at the moment because I have been non-stop on the laptop. But I think I have something. I mean, Porty's been a little bit relentless in his lovemaking this evening, and we love that he's a lover and not a fighter, but it's a good job that we have backup girlfriends because it's, I just feel sorry for Barkley at this point. So let's see how excited Porter gets about this. Porty! Porty! Look at him. Fully mounted, but wait until you see. Porty! Oh my goodness, you have a girlfriend. This is where they start fighting. Look, he'll run off. He's like, oh my gosh, what do I do? No girlfriend. Are you happy, boy? Yes. He always does this. He snoots and snorts and happy shakes. Good boy. Proud as punch. And Barky always tries to steal her. Barky, you don't like girlfriends. No, come on, you know how much that means to Porty. Come on. Good boy. Good boy. Bye.